guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun wide trip sweep. Pros X go. On one. Ready?
Ready.
What's going on, everyone? ACap24 here from HuddleGG. In today's video, we're going to show you how to do makeshift wide receiver screens to really get some easy yards in Madden 22. Now, the first time checking out our channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Also, hit that bell notification to make sure that you never miss any of our uploads. We talked about halfback screens a few weeks ago. Master Gamer had put his version in his game plan. We kind of showed you a little bit of what to do with those. And it's something that I use a lot. Now, when it comes to wide receiver screens, it's something I've been using a lot more lately, and I'm seeing that I'm getting a lot of success when calling it against the right defense. And typically speaking, I'm going to call it against either a cover 3 where they're playing normal cover 3 with no zone drops, or cover 3 where they're doing zone drops to where they're backing those players up to either 10-15 yards, and they're not doing the Mabel coverage. It even works best when it goes against cover 3 blitzes. So if you're playing somebody that has a lot of cover 3 in their calls, you may want to consider thinking about mixing this in order to get easy yards, okay? So I'm going to show you several different formations and how to do it out of different formations. I'm going to show you empty, I'm going to show you trips, I'm going to show you, a bunch, I'm going to show you, different types of alignments so you can understand how you can make each one work. So we'll start off with empty. And if you see here, this is the stick play. This is out of the Chiefs playbook. And what we're going to do here is we're going to utilize this A as a lead blocker. We're going to put the RB on out, and we're going to smoke screen the X. Typically speaking, just having those 3 routes is going to give you great success when it comes to this. You're just going to wait for the A to kind of clear, catch this ball, get up the field, and you're going to see here that we got about 8 to 10 yards without doing anything, right? It's something which is going to give you a lot of success. Now, a lot of times what you're going to see here is that you can put a 4th receiver over there if you wanted. So say you put this guy over here and you kind of clear him out. A lot of times I'm going to have him go the opposite way so the user has something that he has to worry about. And you can see that you get that same type of success, get up the field. This time we had that extra blocker, and you can see we get about 10 to 12 yards. And it's just a quick hitter. And you want to make sure that there's always something for the user to have to worry about. If they jump to one side, you have something else, right? So let's go ahead and get out of this formation. Let's talk about some other stuff and kind of show you how we can kind of do this, right? So next thing I'm going to show you is, let's just go to bunch tight end, right? It's something that people will use. It is obviously a tough thing to basically stop. Let's go with X spot, okay? And what I'm going to do here is just kind of show you, we got that in there. I'm going to show you how it goes against blitzing as well, because a lot of times people will blitz this formation, but let's just do it, okay? So what you're going to see here is that we still got that B on that route, and you got this Y on a really nice corner route, which you can basically use to help yourself. And then we're going to move this guy out, and then we're going to smoke screen him, right? So this is how it's going to look. A lot of times what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the running back on some type of wheel or something to the right to make sure the user has to worry about him a lot, because a lot of times people will worry about those. And you can see you're going to have very similar results. Wait for that guy to go out the field, get your blocking, and you just get yourself 8 yards, right? Now, the more you are able to kind of run this, the more you're going to see success. If somebody's doing any type of blitz, a lot of times it's coming off of that side. And you're going to see that we only have to worry about 2 players, the seam flat and the deep zone over there. Watch how this would work in this type of situation. You got this basically working out over here. You can see that you got this, now you got these 2 guys. Now you can go inside with it, and you can get a lot of yards as well. So it just really depends on what you're going to be able to see and how that's going to work. But a lot of times, if you call this in the right situation, you're going to have a lot of success, right? So here is against no more cover 3 again. You can wait a little bit on this one just because the guy is going to get driven back a little bit, and you're going to get yourself some easy yards. That's the moral of this play is it's simple, it's easy, and you get some yards, right? So I'm going to show you a different way, which I like this formation. I broke this down in my game plan in the beginning of the year. And it's going to be these flex Y off. Now, what's nice about the flex Y off is it has the ability to basically go ahead and have a tight end that does a wheel route. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this tight end, I'm going to move him over, and you can see that he gets running back type of hot routes. So now he's got the wheel. So we're going to use that wheel as our play. We're going to use the X as that. And then you can see that I've got this running back on this side as well. So you can see that that's going to be a nice opportunity to have an additional route to basically help with blocking. You can see how now we've got all this, people up the field, and it's just a quick hitter, right? and you don't have to worry about throwing it so quickly, because now we can use this as a decoy as well if we wanted to, right? Like what I mean by that is, if we do this enough, people are going to try to sprint out there, and now you can have the ability to kind of, if they sprint there, you've got this slant that goes backside, right? Something like that. You see how this guy goes up the field, catch it, you get all these blockers. If you can get around the corner, you're going to get yourself some good yards. But we'll take 7 to 10 every single time, make them have to worry about either putting extra zones there or covering it themselves. And what you're doing is just creating a little bit of a headache for the defense to have to worry about such a simple play. Now, what we can do is show you a normal wide close. Now, the reason I want to show you this is because a lot of times what I would do when I'm setting this up is do a backside option. And what I mean by that, say I move this guy over, I put him on the flat, the Y on and out. It's actually the opposite. We should probably put, we can do it this way. And then what we're going to do here is put the RB on a wheel and the B on and out. So basically, when they start going to the point where they're jumping the left side of the screen, you're going to have this nice wheel out combination that kills cover 3 to the opposite side. So just in general, we could use this, get our blockers, get ourselves some yards, get our, the 10, 15 yards there. If they jump that side, which eventually they will, what I mean by jumping it is that the user is going to say, you know what, I've got to get over there if I'm seeing this stuff. You've baited them, you've done this once or twice, they go over to the left. Now, next thing you're doing is you're throwing this ball over here, and you're getting some easy yards as well. So what you want to do is you basically want to set this up to make sure that the user has to respect both sides of the field and can't get aggressive to one side or the other when playing cover 3. So that's basically why I wanted to show you this, because although it's very simple, although it's very you get 5 to 7 yards, it's not going to be a game changer when it comes to it. Just the threat of it is really going to be tough on a user, especially because there's no tells by the offensive line that it's a screen because you're makeshifting it. And it gives you the opportunity to make them have to worry about that, lower their zones, and it just gives you the opportunity to kind of control the game the way you want to if you mix it in. So something I've been using, like I said, to really just work in my scheme. And I've seen it pay off greatly, and I wanted to show it to you guys. Appreciate you, and we'll catch you on tomorrow's video.